السلام عليكم يا ولاد، معاكم مس عزة. كمل بقى ان شاء الله الدرس بتاعنا lesson 4. A living organism classified according to the way of their feeding into. هقسم الكائنات الحية على حسب طريقة أكلها إلى producer, consumer, decomposer. producer يعني منتج، consumer يعني مستهلك، decomposer يعني محلل. What's the meaning of producer? البروديوسر they are living organism or autotrophic that can make their own food by themselves through the photosynthesis process. احنا لسه قايلين دلوقتي ان النبات make their own food by photosynthesis process، يعني هو بيقدر يعمل اكله بنفسه من غير ما يعتمد على حد بعملية اسمها الفوتوسينثيس بروسيس. اوكي، طب مين تاني يا مس غير الجرين بلانتس؟ ممكن نقول الجرين الجي. الجرين الجي اللي هي الطحالب الخضر، انت لما بتروح تصيف وتيجي على الشط كده جنب الشط بتلاقي حاجات خضرة كده عايمة على المية، هي دي اسمها الجرين الجي. عندنا كمان some types of bacteria، بعض انواع البكتيريا that is called producer. يبقى الجرين plants والجرين algae وال sometimes types of bacteria called producer. producers يعني كائنات منتجة. Look at this. ده plants producer. Why plants called producer? Because it make its own food. Green plants called producer. Why? Because it makes its own food by itself. Because plant make its food by itself by photosynthesis process. This is a bird. The second is consumer. What is the meaning of consumer? They are living organisms that depend on producer directly or indirectly to get their food. يعني هي ما بتقدرش تعتمد على نفسها في أكلها، لكن بتعتمد على البروديوسر اللي هي الجرين بلانتس، يا إما بطريق directly مباشر إن هي تاكلها مباشرة زي ما انت شايف كده الهورس. They eat green plants. The butterfly الشيب والكاو these animals or these living organisms don't depend on themselves to make their own food. ما بتقدرش تعتمد على نفسها في ان هي تعمل اكلها because they haven't chloroplast، ما عندهاش chloroplast، ما عندهاش chlorophyll عشان تقدر تعمل اكلها بنفسها. types of consumer. الconsumer divided into two types. consumer feed on producer. بعض الكائنات الكونسيومر دي بتاكل بروديوسر زي ما انت شايف كده in this picture. الشيب والكاو depend on green plants. في عندنا another consumer feed on another consumer، يعني هي بتتغذى على، هي اصلا consumer لكن بتتغذى على consumer تاني، بتتغذى على مستهلك تاني. نكمل مع بعض الفيديو. Look at this fish. They are feed on another fish، يعني هي بتاكل large fish eat the small fish، بتاكل الفيش الصغيرة. تمام، يبقى ده اقول عليها اقول عليها consumer feed on another consumer، بتاكل consumer تاني. طيب كمان عندك اللاين. اللاين eat deer. الأسد بياكل الغزالة، فده نقول عليه ايه؟ consumer برضو، بس بيعتمد على another consumer. الhuman is considered as a consumer. ليه الهيومن بيعتبر consumer؟ because the human feed on producer or consumer. هو بياكل البروديوسر وبياكل الكونسيومر.
See the bunny?
Look at this video.
It's so sweet.
Look how nice it is. Is what we call the food chain. The producer being the plant, and a consumer being which feeds on a producer being, and another consumer being which feeds on a consumer being. And there is another type which feeds on consumer being and a producer being.
Number 3, decomposers. What is the meaning of decomposers? They are living organisms that make or get their food by decomposing the organic wastes. هي بتحصل على طعامها عن طريق decomposing يعني تحليل the organic wastes اللي هي البقايا أو الفضلات as dead bodies زي الكائنات الميتة الجثث الميتة of plants remains and decayed food. بتتحلل إلى إيه؟ بتحللها لطعام. تمام؟
And it looks so.
What is the meaning of decomposing? Let's go to do this activity. احنا عايزين نعرف يعني ايه decompose. يعني ايه مثل decompose. تعال نشوف الاكتيفيتي ده.
Stir.
I forgot.
Water. Something
There you go.
dissolve in
Let's do
water.
Okay.
Come on.
Dear and Grandpa. Whoa, Grandpa, it's gone.
Okay, Sarah, I'll tell you what happened.
Okay, Grandpa.
When an organism dies, it seems to gradually dissolve just like what happened to the duck. This is when bacteria and fungi move in, as they feed on dead matter.
What is bacteria exactly?
Okay, listen. They are very tiny microorganisms. We cannot see them, but we can see them under the microscope. And we
اوكي يعني البكتيريا والفونجي we can't see by naked eye ما اقدرش اشوفها بعيني but we can see it under the microscope بقدر اشوفها تحت الميكروسكوب. البكتيريا والفونجي they are decomposers هي اللي بتحلل. اوكي
we can find them everywhere around us, but they are also very important.
The consumer being like the duck? When buried, the bacteria decayed it?
Exactly. Bacteria decompose these beings and turn them into useful material for the environment.
Then, why hasn't your fox decayed at all?
The fox was properly preserved in a lab and stuffed with the proper chemicals so that the decomposing beings cannot come and decay it and stay like this as if it were a statue.
Okay, got it, Grandpa. This is the food chain. Consumers live, die, and are buried. The decomposers break them down, providing nutrients in the soil to feed plants. And the consumers eat the plants.
Very good. It's clever. You got it all now.
Today we learned about animals or plants die, their bodies decompose and decay. They rot. The process is helped by bacteria and fungi, which are called decomposers. They break down dead organisms into smaller and smaller pieces. And what is left returns into the ground where the plants will grow and benefit from the remains,
Let's take a
which are called decomposers.
البكتيريا and fungi بتعمل decompose to the organic wastes as plants and dead bodies. زي ما احنا شايفين كده الاكزامبل اللي عندنا الياست فانجس وعندنا الايه البريد مولد فانجس اللي هو فطر عفن الخبز. The importance of decomposers. أهمية الإيه؟ decomposers. They help us to get rid of the bodies of dead organism and plant remains. بتخلصنا من جثث الكائنات الميتة وبقايا النباتات. طبعا لما بتعمل decompose to these dead bodies they increase the soil fertility. يعني بتزود خصوبة الايه؟ التربة، لان العناصر دي الاليمنت اللي موجودة in these bodies بترجع تاني return to the soil، بترجع تاني للتربة. They are used in a lot of industries. بتستخدم في صناعات كتيرة زي ايه؟ زي الياجر. وبكده يبقى احنا خلصنا الدرس يا ولاد. ده كل اللي انا عايزاك تعرفه عن الدرس ده.